If you clicked on this episode, you're probably wondering, what does it mean? What is a bonus morning roast podcast episode? You're probably like, what the fuck is that shit? Well, guess what? We do them. We do these bonus morning roast episodes on our Patreon page. And I just wanted to make sure that you guys all knew that they existed because we get a lot of great feedback. We do 4 morning roast episodes a month. Every Wednesday we put out a new one where me and Dave, if you're watching this on YouTube, Dave's sitting here working at the desk. His mic's not on, but me and Dave deep dive into different topics. We touch on all kinds of shit and we're getting a lot of good feedback. People seem to like these morning roast episodes. So we decided to do a bonus morning roast episode. Every month we're doing a bonus episode. This one, I wanted to share like a snippet from it just so you guys can get an idea of what it sounds like or whatever, just to hear like the first 5 minutes of it. And if you guys would like to hear the rest of it, it's available on our Patreon page. This episode specifically is called Perfect Your Systems and Workflows. We go into all kinds of theories on how to perfect our workflows, what we do systematically as far as like how we handle our footage or how to plan for a shoot or how to just organize your fucking day. It's super, super key to understand how to do that. So that is our bonus morning roast episode. It's kind of hard to say. Bonus morning roast episode for May. That was the first one we dropped in May. We just wanted to put these out, so you're going to see these back to back. But from now on, each month we'll put this little 5-minute snippet up on the feed for the public. And yeah, so patreon.com/BWNC if you would like to hear this in its entirety. Just become a Patreon, and if you do, there's a shit ton of other awesome fucking perks, including getting access to our private Discord channel, which is fucking very, very active, which is cool. So all right, I'm gonna start the episode right now, so enjoy it. Perfecting your workflow. I wanted to talk about this because I suffer from sometimes being really good at a designed workflow and sometimes not having a design workflow. So I figured we kind of riff on it a little bit, but I just feel like there's a lot of things that you can be doing that will improve what you do in the creative field, especially. There's always, I have to start by doing this to get to here. I have to do this to get to there. And having a workflow for each one. What's a good example of this? Having a good workflow for, say you're gonna, go on a shoot. You should have a workflow of what needs to go in my bag, what gear do I need to bring, are my batteries charged, do I have my tripods, or I don't know, just whatever you can think of. Have that list and make sure that you've accomplished that list before you go to your shoot. So when you show up to the shoot, you don't have those, oops, fuck, I left all my SD cards because I didn't put those in my bag and I didn't check that off my list. And that's why prep days are so important. On almost every major shoot in the industry, you'll hear about prep days. That's because DPs and all those dudes are fucking, and women are going to these rental houses and they're prepping gear. They're making sure that the cameras are built out. They're making sure that they're working. So when you get to the day of shooting, you're not like missing shit. That's just a workflow. It's a simple workflow. But I think that can apply in many, many ways. And I feel like we've been doing a good job trying to figure out proper workflows for all the things that we're doing with Black Window Cream. What do you think? Do you think we have done a decent job?
Yeah, I think we're getting better. We're both this similar, and I think a lot of creators are similar like this. We're very like, we'll get passionate about one thing, and then in another second we're passionate about another, or we're in an edit and we have an idea and we're like, cool, we download it off. Maybe we download something off the internet, or we get a file and then it's in our downloads folder and we throw it in the project and we don't rename it or whatever, and we just work, and we know where shit is. But then we've noticed that like when you're trying to do this all the time and you're trying to go back and recall things, not creating systems, not creating ways that you're placing new information and new ideas and like keeping track of things that you're doing, puts you in really bad situations and makes everything more stressful, honestly. So I think we've been doing well.
Yeah. We've found a few tools that I think are helping. I've talked about it before on the podcast. I don't remember with who, but Trello is the name of an app. This is not a sponsor. I wish it was. Trello is like a team organizing daily task app that you can get on your desktop or you can get on mobile. But I feel like I've been trying to use that as much as possible, even as simple as like, I know we just talked about this, but like, just the other day, now I've changed like my eating habits. I want to eat differently and I want to make sure that I'm staying on top of it. And as dumb as it sounds, I literally would write in Trello, just have one board for the day that says in the morning, I'm going to go to the gym. When I get back, I'm going to eat eggs. And when I get done with eating eggs, I'm going to make my smoothies. I also need to cook these veggies or whatever it is and pack all this stuff to bring to the office. So that way I know when I come here, I'm get my lunch and then I'm like, oh, fuck, I need to make some other food. Like I have everything there, but it's all on a list. So there's no way I can fuck this up. You know what I mean? I make sure I check that before I do anything. And so that way I know, oh, cool, I did this. I moved it over here. And it makes me feel like I'm completing things and also not forgetting things, but it makes me feel more accomplished. And it's keeping my shit together. And it's also keeping me on time because I'll say I need to have all this done by 11 so I could do this to be here by noon. From noon to 7, we're doing the other Trello board is all these tasks that we set for ourselves. And I feel like it's just important. I don't know. It's just something to think about. I think a lot of people don't think about how they should create a proper workflow, which is a problem.
Yeah, I think we've been talking a lot about creating systems. I think systems are important. Like the more systems you can put in place that you repeat, and the more times you repeat them, the more times they become habit, the more structured you are and the more organized you are, and the easier it is to accomplish things and also go back and like find things that you've done before, I feel like. So
right.
Like my favorite thing I learned the most over last year in terms of workflow was, folder structure, renaming files, how to control the influx of new media, how to set up my project folders so that everything has a place, everything is named properly, everything. I know, okay, when I get new footage, this is what I do with the footage. It goes in this folder and I name it this.
Right.
I name it by camera. The files are named by date. They're named by what camera and what card. And I do that. You have a place where the audio goes. You have a place where the graphics go. You have a place where the project goes. You have a place where exports go.
Yeah.
And the system naming those, so you know okay, man, I need the 5th version. Or what did I work on yesterday? Oh, it was I remember, or it's V5.
All right, if you guys want to hear that full episode, it is available on our Patreon page, patreon.com/blackwithnocream. Go there, find a tier that suits you, and unlock that entire episode to hear the rest of it. We appreciate you guys' support, and we fucking love these morning roast episodes. New episode every single Wednesday and Sunday. See you next week, you bitch.